Disaster Planning and Response Art Rescue is a first responder for the world of art, providing planning, packing, evacuation, conservation, and storage for all your treasured possessions.
Elysabeth Alfano, and what we do here on the dinner party is I invite 3 celebrities, that can be entertainers or politicians or sports figures, and a known chef who cooks for them. So over food and wine and chocolate and some performances, the unscripted conversation flows.
Just tell me, hang it up, find another vocation, and I'll do it.
Yes, that's your advice. And
my advice, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you know, it's. I mean, what's amazing about it is you just kind of keep displaying this incredible modesty when, you know, obviously you're very, very accomplished at what you've been doing.
I've been around a little bit, yeah.
So how many years have you been doing it now?
I started out 30 years ago here in Chicago.
Here in Chicago.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Wait till you hear this.
Please.
Oh yeah. I started out here. I was going to Washburn Trade School on the South Side. I was a carpenter.
Wait a minute. Wait. Were you born in Chicago?
No, I was born in Long Island, but I grew up out in Aurora and Naperville.
Listen to him talk. You asked if he was from Chicago.
Yes. Right.
So then the teachers union went on strike once again. And I didn't have anything to do. And then there was a musical up here in the Loop called One Shiny Moment. It was about the life of John F. Kennedy, presented by young people. It was a great cast. Robert knows the cast. It was Megan Mullally. She was a baby. She was 18.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Kevin Anderson
and Alan Ruck.
Yeah.
And so I went in to audition, and this really wonderful old gay director was, I gotten out of Marine Corps boot camp. I was a reservist, and I was about 15 pounds heavier, and he went, I had it high and tight. He went, "Oh my God, who are you? Where'd you come from? You have to be in the show." And I couldn't act, sing, or dance, or do anything. But he put me in the show anyway, and it started me.
So somebody found you.
They found me,
Wow.
yeah. I had no talent, no discernible talent, but I was cute. So I was kind of like the male version of the Schwab story with Lana Turner, I think. Was Lana Turner? Yeah. One of those girls.
So what are you now? Where are we on talent?
I'm no Lana Turner anymore.
Okay.
But you're still cute.
I was just going to say, you still got cute.
You know, the arts is a wonderful place to end up, and it's a great place to discover stuff. And I feel blessed that I did, because when I started in One Shiny Moment, Chicago in 1983, it opened up doors for me. It really, I grew up in a very kind of cloistered, very conservative suburb of Chicago, had a lot of conservative issues about them, and I fled. And when I came here and I got into the theater, it was a great eye-opener about the language and emotions and people and contact and missing each other, and you know, and then there was that weird moment of art once in a while you see.
Yes,
I don't make much of it, but I get to see it. And it was great. So it's a great life. So if you want to keep doing it, great. Robert, if you want to keep doing it, keep doing it. And if you're tired of it, throw it in, move on. There's 1,000 other things to do with your life.
Did you come up through the ranks? Did you go right in, or did you start classes, or then go into the touring company?
City.
Did you have to do the shitty tours and stuff?
Yeah, oh yeah. I toured for 3 years.
What was the shittiest?
We were talking about earlier, remember the casino?
On the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
No, the cruise was not.
Oh, the casino.
Oh, that wasn't
We were in a casino. We were at a Muckluck Casino in Yakima, Washington.
Wow.
For 2 weeks. And the thing is, no, Muckleshoot. Muckluck is a shoot. That's even worse. Muckleshoot.
Do you know what she's talking about? She's talking about, before you get to the main stage, Second City actors will tour in Muckleshoot or something.
You just tour all over.
They'll tour all over on cruise ships.
Is Muckleshoot shit you wear, or you go there?
That's the name of the casino.
That's okay, all right.
Muckleshoot.
What town is it in?
Yakima. And what people do when you're at a show at a casino, you are a loser. You're literally a loser. Because you're not going to go to the show if you're winning money. And so there was a guy, we were just talking about it today. There was a guy in the front row with a hooker, a Yakima hooker.
Why did you go to that hotel?
And it was
What are you doing, David?
And all he would do is
My wife
repeat.
is here, please.
what we would say. So like the guy would be like, "Hi, welcome to the second city." "Hi, welcome to the second city." like this is, we're adults. This is what we're doing with our
That
lives.
is so hard. That is such pure torture.
It was awful,
It's
but it was
awful.
so fun. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't work at a coal mine. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right,
can't
yeah.
complain.
How much sex did you have in the city?
Yes. Did you get anything
I'm
done?
having it right now.
It's so bad for me. It's so bad for
Is
me.
that inappropriate?
Doesn't make sense. I don't care if it's inappropriate. I just want it to make sense.
Okay, so any good background story for Sex and the City? Because there's got to be something.
Background
She
story?
wants.
Yes, I want
she's
some
been digging.
scuttlebutt,
She's
yes.
been digging for dirt.
Yeah, no,
all
quite a while.
night.
Yes, I have been. Yes.
All night long. She
I'm
wants
not the
this
only
story.
one who wants
She
it.
wants names.
Yes,
The
I
sad
do.
thing is that like when you work on a really good show, which Sex and the
Right.
City was,
What was-
everybody shows up on time,
Yeah.
nobody's drunk, nobody does coke, nobody sleeps with anybody. Our biggest dirt story was our script supervisor was sleeping with one of the grips. And he was married, and the pregnant wife showed up on set and was like,
Ouch.
"You want to suck his dick? Go ahead. He's all yours." That was our scandal. It was the script supervisor and one of the grips.
That's pretty good.
But the
That's
thing,
pretty
the
good.
sad thing is, you work like reporters are always asking that. And it's like, ask me about the shitty shows I worked on.
Yeah.
People were doing drugs and they were sleeping with hookers and they were doing everything.
But how does a show get done that way? I guess that's what
Oh.
it's bad.
Well, the bad shows, that's the only way you get through them.
I see. Okay, right.
All right, can I tell you? I'm going to name
Oh,
two
good.
names. I'm
Oh,
going to name
good.
two
Good,
names.
good,
Come on.
good, good.
I don't think I'm ever going to see them
Good.
again.
Good.
Everyone's so
No, I'm
excited.
never sure it's, I had nothing. I didn't work with either of them, but I was actually.
It's not me, is it?
No, no. There was a play. It was the same story. It was a play called "Lie of the Mind" by Sam Shepard,
Oh, yeah.
and it was on Broadway. It had this amazing cast. It was like all these people, wonderful people were in it. Sam Shepard wrote it, and at the time he was living with Jessica Lange, and I had a friend who was in the show. Aidan Quinn was in the show.
Whom I love, and he's a Chicago actor.
He's a
who went to
Chicago actor.
Pivot Theater Workshop.
He
came from Pivot
played
Theater Workshop.
Hamlet for me when he was 25 years old.
Well, we all have resumes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're all in this, and I was hanging out with Aiden, and we all went to a bar, and we're in a pool, we're playing pool, and suddenly Jessica Lange comes in. She bursts in, and she grabs a pool cue, and she goes, "You're fucking her, aren't you?" And she starts hitting Sam Shepard over the head.
And that's why I don't like actors.
I think that's a great story.
It was a shitty show he was working on.
I just thought that was really, it
And
was
she really
tough.
came in and did that?
Yes, that's absolutely true. She just started beating him over the head, and he's
Wow.
going, "No, I didn't, no, I didn't." And she's like throwing.
What a reasonable way to deal with
Isn't that
something.
great?
That is great. I love her.
I went and saw King Lear
Yeah, oh,
with Brian Dennehy.
yeah.
And
It was
wonderful,
Stacy
too.
Keach, actually.
well, they're the same. He should be his understudy.
Big Irish mugs.
I guess it was Stacy Keach. I don't know. But everyone stood. I mean, that play could have sucked, and everyone stands.
Yeah.
A
At the end.
Chicago ovation.
Right.
It's like everyone always stands. Right. And I was like, and then my boyfriend at the time, he stood right up, and I was like,
So you were really pissed they were standing up for my show.
I wasn't pissed, but I was like, I feel like, did you feel like they stand a lot just because?
I am appalled at people standing up at shows.
it's so
They
much.
stand up at every show.
That's
I
what
find
I'm
it like
saying.
it kills
Who
me.
cares?
Well, you know, I'm.
There'll be no standing up.
Yes, yeah,
Don't you dare give us a standing
Don't you
Don't
dare
do
stand up.
I'll be so pissed.
They stand up far.
Stand
If you stand for me. I like it.
He needs it.
The more expensive the ticket, the more they stand because
Right?
I paid so much money for this.
And then you feel like an asshole because you're like, oh, I guess.
Okay,
I'll
wait, so you don't think they should stand because you have to really earn it? Like, it has to be exceptional to
It's-
stand?
yes,
What's the standing standard?
Very, very low.
It's so low, I think.
Yeah, it should
and
be.
I wasn't good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying.
It's nice of you.
I saw Wayne Newton in Las Vegas. Right, you laughed at that.
You stood for it?
You were
I'm
on
so
your feet
old.
as soon as he came out.
But you know, he had a little car. No, wait. He had a little card, you know, where it says, in one hand it says, you know, it's like a split of champagne is this, the bottle of wine is this, and on the other side of the card it
Is he
says...
the Don Shane guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know who Wayne Newton is?
Yes,
No, I just had to
But on the other side of the
clarify.
card it said, Mr. Newton is accustomed to and expects a standing ovation
Oh
after
my
every performance. It said he expects it.
And you don't want him to feel badly about you for giving him $200.
I would have kneeled. I would have squatted.
I'm on a squatting ovation.
I'd get as tiny as I could.
And then you take the napkin and you just kind of like...
Okay, there's one. I got one. I won't name any names. So,
Excellent, you fit right in.
I heard a rumor that one chef, I'm not going to say he or she or whatever,
A Chicago
a
chef.
Chicago chef,
Knife.
was Charlie Trotter.
No, because they were peeing in Charlie Trotter's mouth, dummy. Sorry.
And he was
Oh my God!
at the show.
I love that a chef is coming and he's taking the room down.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
A pastry was being made. A wedding cake, and they didn't have any flowers for the decorative whatever. They took the potpourri out of the bathroom, onto the cake, served it.
$10,000 wedding cake.
Whatever. You know, it doesn't really, like, not anymore.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the next time you get married, you might want to double check the potpourri on your wedding cake. I can't say enough wonderful things about Alexander Payne, who won an Academy Award for the movie, was it Election? For The Descendants and Sideways. Sideways. Some great movies. And he said, being a director is part poet and part bastard. And so, of course, you're a director, but also you, I think of how many people you run in the kitchen, having just been at Nightwood. I mean, you are, no kidding, you're running that place like a director, and you guys have something in common.
Well, I have to say that, I mean, I said this the other night, I have a lot of friends who are chefs. And I think that in many ways, being a director and running a theater is very much like running a restaurant. You gotta go, or you gotta put it out there between, like, let's say 7 and 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it's a complete improvised performance.
Every time, every night is different.
And whereas, and it is kind of true. You're kind of trying to run the show. You are kind of an asshole, and you are kind of a poet, and you're trying to put it together.
Yes.
And you're making a show every night. And it's really funny, just as a theater director, it's kind of unusual how many chef friends I have. Because it's like creating, making. I mean, I've found a lot of inspiration from chefs that I know in terms of just pure creativity.
That's interesting. I always like the baseball manager analogy for everything. It's like you're trying to put your best team on the field, and then between inning 1 and inning 9, you know, you'd have no idea what's going to happen. But you have a goal.
So true to what you're talking about and what you're talking about.
And what you do.
You know, I have limitations, and I understand that really well. So, like, I'm never going to headline a play. I'm never going to headline a TV
not
show.
true.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
You really know
it is.
that?
Oh,
Hey,
why
babe.
would you say that?
How bad am I with my lines?
Look at Tim.
I'm lucky if I can get through, about 14 lines a day on a written page, not cocaine. Cocaine is what used to go. No, I really, what I haven't done, you know what? It's crazy. You know what's crazy about that question is, like, I'm one of those guys. I might be limited, or I might but like I never, in all my years of trying to figure out what I was doing and struggling and working in odd jobs and doing stuff, I never yearned. I never dreamed I'd have a house. I never dreamed I'd have a wife. I never dreamed I'd have a kid. We got another one on the way. So, I mean, it sounds really, like, sentimental, but I mean, I don't have dreams. I really don't. I'm grateful just that things landed on top of me. I'm just that old witch in the house landed on me, and I'm happy. So, I know that doesn't make any sense.
Happy. She landed on her. Everyone else was.
Oh, that's right.
Is it any surprise that she's a Bears fan with that kind of voice? It's like, yes! Right? It's like a Bears
that.
fan
Say
kind
it.
of voice.
Sports.
I'll say it later.
All right.
Fuck you. So, wonderful, and then fuck you. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Jason.
He says the same things.
Yeah, you know.
Those are his 2 favorite words in the kitchen.
They tell you you're supposed to win a James Beard Award and you're supposed to get a Michelin star and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't care.
That's nice.
It's
It frees you up, right, when you're not focusing.
It's just
That's your king of pork.
Well, they seem like
that's so
they have a non-transparency to them that I don't really.
Very true.
It makes it hard to obsess over. It's like I got no analogy, but it's like that's unknown and that's out of my control, and all I got to do is go in and work. I don't know. Owning a restaurant would be cool. Like having a house. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll go. We'll all go.
watching my kid.
Sure.
We'll all go, right? We'll all go. One of the beautiful things about Nightwood, if you haven't been there, you can see him working in the kitchen. So it's a very open air kitchen. You've been to Nightwood, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're taking you because you're from out of town. Katie, have you been?
No.
We're all going.
Fuck you!
Very funny. Okay.
He just got a job in Second City from that.
Were you at the fish show? That's where
He
it is.
performed
I know.
it.
Were you there?
Yeah.
They just asked him for Saturday Night Live. Are you kidding?
I know. That impression got him Saturday Night